Well, I thought I would chime in and let you guys see the next stage of. Ooh, remember, I was gluing all this stuff down on these books. Hey, Peggy. Yeah, so I figured what I'm going to do is, hi, Laura. Let me try and move this. I think I'm a little too far away. Hold on. Hold on. Close your eyes, people. No, it's not letting me do it anymore. Okay, I'm just going to leave it alone. I'll mess it up even worse. Anyway, I'm not sure who was here when I was gluing all the stuff on these covers, but I set them aside. I did all 4 of them. And so now I'm going to start filling them in because these are just going to end up being basic glue books. So it doesn't have to be fancy schmancy or anything else. I'm just putting all kinds of stuff. So I went through my pile and I got some, like some jelly prints gone wrong and whatever. And some covers to calendars. I'm going to put those in there too. And I'm just going to throw in a bunch of junk. I'm not sure how many signatures I'm going to end up putting in here because I have to leave enough volume for the gluing, right? Because most, if not all, the pages will have something additionally glued onto them later. So, yeah, so I'll figure that out as we go. But I figured that this is the biggest size I can use, and then anything else, obviously smaller can fit. So this is going to be sort of like my guideline paper on what I can use and what I can't use. So what are you ladies up to? You got to fill me in. It's freezing here. We had some really nice weather. And tonight it's supposed to be in the teens. That doesn't even count the wind chill. Oh my gosh. All right. I think these are pretty cool. And see what happens, well, at least when I do my glue books, I like to start off not necessarily with something that I'm, thrilled about, but it's a good background for gluing something else on top of it so you have something in the back. Because when I do glue books, I don't cover the whole thing. I have a lot of stuff exposed. So I do like to have some kind of color, in the background. Hey, Miss Super Beth. Is it freezing up there? I bet. Yeah, but you're used to it freezing. Now watch, you're going to tell me it's nice and warm. Okay, I have to use this one for my size. Let's put the folded ones over here. I look at your studio pictures and I just get so envious. It's so wide open and so organized. Yeah, spring is on the way. Okay. Anybody know? I have a question for you ladies. Every spring, or well, it's not even spring yet, like I told you, it's cold here. But every time around this time of the year, I doubt it's the same robin, but it is a robin, and it's a male. And we have some trees right outside our bedroom window, and he keeps flying into the window. He's going to kill himself. I mean, there's a robin that does that every year, and I haven't figured out why he does it. So my husband, he was flying into the top part of the window. So my husband raised up the screen so that maybe he'd hit the screen, you could hit, grab onto it and realize, hey, this isn't comfortable. What did he do? He started flying into the bottom. so, so my husband went to go scare him out of that window. What does he do? He just goes off to the next window in the bedroom. I have not figured out, I don't know if he's into committing suicide. And it's at all times of the day, because at first my husband thought, oh, maybe he's seen his reflection and he's trying to ward off the other bird. But, I don't know. I don't know how there's reflection. I don't know. I'll have to go out one day and really see. That must be it, but it's just so strange. And I hear clunk, clunk, clunk. This morning he woke me up. Clunk, clunk. It's like, here we go again. My dogs used to bark because they thought somebody was knocking. They don't even bark anymore. He does it so much. And this morning he got so tired. I went into the bathroom and he was on the ledge outside of the window. He must have just exhausted himself. Poor thing. He wasn't panting, though. I think it was too cold to pant. So, so he was fine. Ooh, isn't this pretty? Won't have to glue on that page. Yeah, so that was pretty crazy, I must say. Ooh, uh-oh, upside down. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, so we got some of those. Now, I made 4 of these covers, so I got plenty of papers that I need to fold up and figure out my signature situation. But this is something you can do with stuff that you just have sitting around, stuff that, you don't want to use anymore. Yeah, we'll save some of those things. Things you don't want to use anymore. I also found a few pads of old, what do you call it? Hello, help me out here. Scrapbook paper. There's just a few things left in there, and it's just nothing I'll ever really use. So this will make good use. It'll be a good backdrop for gluing. That's cute. Oh, look at the train. Very cute. All right. And here is somebody went somewhere. Here's a map to somewhere. Don't know to where. I was working on some other journals today. Okay, you got to keep this under your hat. Don't tell anybody. I have never, ever bought a digital printout, never. Because, I'm kind of all that, use what you have, don't go buying stuff, use the real stuff, make your own, whatever, But I broke down the other day, forget what day it was, Friday or something. And this isn't tearing too well. And I bought my first one. I hope, how come this won't tear? So my purest friends, which I used to be one until Friday, whoops, are going to laugh at me because I broke down and got one. But in all honesty, it looks really cool because it looks natural. It's one of, Vintage Garden, and she does such cool stuff. And she recently did one with trees, and you know me and my trees and my eco printing and all that stuff and leaves and the whole bit. But hers were like really antique looking pictures. And then I printed them out on, what did I print them out on? Not regular paper, but I'm forgetting, I'm already forgetting what you call it. You can tell it's been a long day for me today. Ooh, look at this. Parchment paper. So it made it even look more, vintagey and grainy. And it's so funny. Once I printed them out, it actually reminded me of bark cloth. And then I liked it even more. So anyway, so that's my confession for the night. Yeah, Linda, don't tell anybody when you get one. Well, a lot of the stuff that's out there, okay, I'm going to get in trouble now. I'm not trying to bash. It's just my personal opinion. Obviously, the stuff that they're going to put together in these kits, they're copyright free, right? That's why they're using them. So it's just a matter of you, hunting down a certain, a certain look that you like or that you're looking for, and, do the search yourself and find the, the free downloadable type stuff. Oops. And kind of sort of do your own. That's what I do. And so a lot of the stuff that I see, I see where I can get it for free. So, I don't see the logic in me paying for it. I mean, I realize they've done the work and they've sized it and they've done all that, but I like doing that myself. So, there's no reason for me to try to not do that. I like doing it. So there's no reason for me to buy it from someone else who's already done all the work. But for some reason, this one just spoke to me. I have my own pictures of trees. I have books. I have this. I have that. And I have my real, dyed papers that I do myself. So it isn't like, I needed to buy it for that. But it was just the way she put it all together. It's called Familiar Trees. If you go check out her stuff. And I just love it. I just think it's cool. Okay, oh dear, who wants to think of Minnesota right now? It's colder there. Okay. And anyway, it looks really authentic. I think anyway. I'm just prejudiced about trees and leaves. I'm a tree snob, so if I like it, you might like it. All right, let's see about this. Yep, that can go there. Put that in half. 6 degrees. I'm going to shut up then. Because I think right now, well, about an hour ago, it was 29. But there was kind of a, a nice little breeze going on. So I don't know what the wind chill was. But over here in my studio, I'm definitely going to leave my water trickling tonight. Because one time, I forget it was in December one day, it went down into the teens. And my pipes froze. They didn't bust or anything. They just, they just froze, and the next day the sun came out, so it was fine. But so then after that, anytime it's going under 25, I just leave a little trickle, and I don't have a problem. So how many of you work in glue books? I started doing glue books probably, well, I think the very first thing, kind of started looking back, the very first thing I did was glue books. And I've been kind of stuck on them ever since. Okay, let me get this pile somewhere else. It's growing. Ooh, look at that. That looks yummy already. I need to make room. Okay. Let's see. I've got some of these. This was old packaging that I got from somewhere. I think I'll put some of these in there because I like the pages to be all different sizes. I don't like them to be the same. It adds like some dimension and some texture. Hey, Lynn. Yeah, you don't have. Last time we were together, you had to watch the glue dry. Now you get to watch the paper fold. I get the signatures together for the glue book that we started, all that gluing I did. When was that, last week or something? I don't remember when we did it, actually. I got a blur of time. Okay. And then I have this box. And I think if we cut it down, it'd be cool to put in there. Is it glued? Where is it glued? I'm sure somewhere, I just can't find it. Oh, how weird. It's almost like it's one piece. How did they do that? It's got to be glued somewhere. Doesn't it? Doesn't it? Ah, here it is. Yeah, it isn't like they can weave it like they do some materials. Okay. Oh. Well, you know, if you didn't have to leave the house, I think snow's beautiful. But, you know, when you have to live outside your home, if you have to work, if you were retired, I think it'd be great to live where it snowed. Maybe I should leave that like that. Have a little flap. I think so. I like that. All right, so let's clean this up here. Let's see. How much can we use? Could leave all the goofy stuff up here, and that'd be kind of cool. Yep, let's do that. Oh, I saw, and I couldn't find any directions on how to do it, but I saw this cool book on Pinterest, of course. I looked up, I think I just looked up handmade books. Because when you look up journals, it's like, you know, all the stuff that we already know. We already know how to do all that stuff. I was looking for something new. And so I just punched in handmade books. Oh my goodness, such cool stuff popped up. You need to search that out. And I found this one that I want to try. And it's really hard. Oh, well, for me anyway. I mean, when you don't have any instructions, you just got to go by a picture. We'll see what happens. Oh, and I have some of these. Somebody sent me these. I always think I'm going to remember who sends me what, and then I go kind of brain dead. And then I don't remember. It's bad. I'm bad. Ooh, Amy, you got hurt at work? Oh, injuries are hard to come back from sometimes. Oh, that's kind of cool, just like that. Hey, I missed Mitz. Hey, the Mitz is here. I missed a lot of people, obviously. Sorry. We'll leave that just like that. We can staple or glue that down and have a little pocket or something. I don't know what. Ooh. Oh, that's painful. I will share with you my introduction to this craft, and it has to do with falling down. You probably heard me tell the story before, but I didn't even know this craft world existed. You know, I was off in my own little world doing my own thing, and wasn't in Facebook. Never, I don't think at that point I had literally never watched a YouTube video. I mean, I've never gone to YouTube and clicked on a video. I had, like, you know, when they send you to something, like when you're seeing, you know, on Yahoo or something like that. But I've done that. But for me to go to YouTube and watch something, I never had. So that tells you how I didn't know about any of this community or anything, or this form of art, to tell you the truth. So anyway, so I was walking through my garage, and we were renovating our house. Excuse me, renovating our home. And in the garage, of course, what happens, it's not a garage anymore. Your vehicle doesn't fit because it's full of stuff that you're using to renovate your house with. And there was a bunch of lumber laid on the floor. And I had walked over that lumber before, and nothing ever happened. But I think, hold on, I have to really cough bad. Oh, excuse me. I think there's I think I got some dust going around here earlier when I was moving a bunch of boxes. Anyway, so I would walk over that lumber that was stacked there with no consequence. But we must have moved the lumber, or it became unbalanced, because usually when we stack the lumber, we make sure everything is flat and even. Well, something happened, and I walked on it, and, you know, it wasn't flat. It wasn't a secure surface, and the lumber went. I went, and I ended up breaking one ankle and spraining the other one. So, you know, you don't get around too much when you have that going on your ankles. So anyway, so I had to, like, be sitting down all the time, which I hate, and going crazy. So I started just sitting there with my laptop literally on my lap, because I couldn't go anywhere. And one of my friends suggested, oh, well, you like to learn stuff. Why don't you go on YouTube and find out how to do this and do that? And I go, oh, really? So that started, you know, my adventure down the rabbit hole. And found out about art journaling, mixed media, all this stuff. Those words weren't even in my vocabulary before. And that started, whoops, I gotta find my scissors. And that started my adventure. Okay, let's cut this down. And so I do know how long it takes to recuperate too. It's very frustrating. I still have issues with mine. Okay, I think I'm going to leave this like that so that it can, again, it can open up and you can do some cool stuff on that opening up. So let me just fold this. All right, that fits just right, I think. All right, don't discard the covers to your paper pads if you have any, because those are pretty cool. And there's, you know, some of them are just the right thickness, and those would be really cool in your glue books. Let me see. So if I just cut. Oh, well, I had to find the right people, Mitts, because there are quite a few of us out there that are boring on YouTube. But I got on board real quick when I discovered Shannon Green. I discovered her and I was like, oh my, wake up time. She cracked me up so much. So it's kind of freaky, you know, that, you know, we ended up being friends and not just, you know, virtual friends. We now live about 45 minutes from each other, and she comes to my studio and stuff. And well, she's so, you know, all hoity-toity now with her business and everything. She doesn't have time for us peons, but she might come down soon. She needs a break. She needs a break just to play. Hey, Scotty. That's got ugly glue, so I'm going to cut that. Yeah, so Scotty, she came up to my studio for a workshop when Shannon was up here. You already knew Shannon, though, didn't you, Scotty? Or did you meet her through the workshop? I can't remember. When Amy, when you say you were into planning, you're talking about those like the planner journals and stuff like that? Is that what you mean? You're not blue? Huh? What does that mean, Scotty? What does that mean, Scotty? Okay, so you met her here. Okay, great. Yeah, I keep forgetting who knows who, when, and all that stuff. Yeah, that was a fun workshop that we did together. Yeah, I don't know what happened. That's what happened the last time. Hold on, let me see. That's what happened the last time that guy came. They had knocked all my moderators off. Hold on, let me add you. Okay, good. Okay, watch out now. Scotty's on the prowl. Oh, it doesn't show though. Hold on. Write something. It should show it. It should show it. Now see here, it shows that you are, because the only option it gives me is to remove you as a moderator. So I don't know. Oh, there you go. Okay, you just okie dokie. All right, now she's blue. Oh, oh, blue. That's what she meant. Oh my goodness. Don't be talking in code. I don't have enough brain right now to talk regular. Okay, I like to put little bags in there also in the glue book. And big bags. All kinds of bags. These are cool too. Oh yeah. When I very first saw the planner, I thought, well, that's pretty cool. You know, everything looks neat and organized, until I realized I can't stand doing that either. It was like, I thought the concept seemed, you know, okay, but the practicality of it for me personally, it drove me crazy. It stressed me out. I thought, you know, I don't need to do things that stress me out. It was like, who needs to write about what they need to write about, you know, or write what they're going to do when they've already done it? Not me. Okay, I don't know about, I like the colors on this. Let's see what we can do. And I think that's what attracted me to the junk journaling, because there's no rules. You don't have to do anything in particular. It doesn't matter what it looks like, you know. And then I started discovering the other junk journals that, you know, are just plain pretty. And, you know, I thought, well, that's not for me, because, again, that was starting to look a little too organized. So I thought, no, that's getting too much like a planner again, only in the sense that, I don't know, they looked, I can't think of any other word except organized. They weren't haphazard enough for me. Like, even the ones that I make to sell are a little too, for my taste, a little too put together. But that's what people like, so you got to give people what they like, right? But stuff that I play around with, it's just stuff, trash. You know, I like doing my trashy journals. That's why it was such a confession that I got that digi the other day. Mum the word. I'll show you some of it in a second. I think I got it right here. I'm making 3, I think it turned out being about 3 journals using some of those. Yeah, Amy, me too. That's what I like to do. Like, sort of the same concept, but on a whole different subject. My yard, I call it the resurrection yard because I go in the spring and the summer time to all these garden centers, and I don't know about your area, but in my area they just don't water them enough, and you get all these droopy plants that they're getting ready to either throw away or they reduce it like 75%. And I'm not shy to go into the dumpster and get plants that they've thrown, and I plant them in my yard, and that's what all my yard is, plants that have been thrown away. So, it's real easy, to go down and pay full price and get your plants and bring them home and plant them. But that's way too easy. I like to make my life difficult. I have to go searching for half-dead plants, hope I can bring them back to life, and then take their leaves down and boil them to death. No, Scotty, we our forecast was that we were going to get snow, but we didn't get anything. We didn't get rain, drizzle. They said we were going to get drizzle, we were going to get ice, we got nothing. Just cold. That's all we got, which is good. I'm not complaining. But if it's going to be cold, I'd like to have some snow out there to look at. Well, I've looked at my garden in a whole new way now, because now that I do the eco printing, I plant stuff that prints well as opposed to just looking pretty out in the yard. So now my garden has a purpose. It needs to print well. So all the stuff that did really well last year, because I've only been doing this about a year and a half, and so I had to see a whole cycle of seasons and see what kind of plants work. And so now that I know what prints better than other stuff, then that's what I'll be concentrating on. Somebody gave me this. I'm not sure what they did with the bottom half, but I say, hey, let's put a couple of these in the journal. Ooh, Amy, you're very fortunate. What kind of tree? Well, what part of the country are you in? And what kind of trees do you have? These are cool colors to glue on. Feathers. Cool. Hi, Jennifer. I already got one. Oh, yeah, but I got doing more than one. Oh, you've got the beautiful stuff up there, Amy. Oh, you got stuff I don't have. I know that already. Ooh, cool. Like, see, I don't have any maple around here. And they print beautiful. Ooh, a lot of pink. Oh, it'll be interspersed. Oh yeah, you'll love it. You'll love trying it out. I've had several workshops here, and people just go away like, wow. They didn't think they could do it. Nah, that's cute. I'm going to save that for something else. I used to live in Rhode Island, so I know all those beautiful trees up in that part of the country. Of course, you're further, you know, further inland and a little bit north, but same, right? The fall is just beautiful. Yeah, that green one was cool, wasn't it? What was it? I remember seeing the green, but what was it? Uh-oh, was there only one? I guess so. It's just fabric. It looks like some kind of silk or organza or something like that. Oh, cool. I have a journal I'd like to use that in. I am going this one and, oh, there is another green. This one. See a pattern? Let's see, what else? Thought I saw another one. I guess not. Yeah, I went a couple of times, went up to Maine during the fall. Oh, talk about gorgeous. I've never been to Canada. Well, I shouldn't say that. We went to Niagara Falls and went over, but you know, I don't call that going to Canada because it's, you know, so close. It's the same as being in the States as far as, you know, architecture and trees and stuff like that. But, ooh, look at that. That's good in a glue book. Nice background. Pretty. Okay. That one. Another blue. Different. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. I hadn't looked through this paper. Look how pretty. Oh, I'm not all the way in frame. Look how pretty. I'm saving that one too. I'm not gluing on that one. Ooh, and the pearls. That's pretty too. Oops. Why is that tearing? Oh, there's glue on there. Oh. Like a rainbow. That's pretty wild. Okay. So now I've got to cut those up to fit. What did I leave behind? I need to take these out for my black and white journal that I'm doing. These would look really cool in there. And this one will look cool in my black and white journal. So, ta-da! I'm happy about that. All right, so now Oops. I need to get the right side. So I need to cut off about so much right there. Ta-da! Yeah, it is, isn't it? Pretty cool. And then I can use the small pieces. No waste, no waste. Yay! Have you seen those tote bags that that Shannon's making now out of that same fabric? She's going to town. These will all be nice half pieces. I like that green. I like green. Ooh, Washington State. I bet you guys got lots of trees. Are you on the wet side or the dry side? So you got the trees. The wet side has the trees. Ooh, these are gonna be fun. I got 4 that I have to fill up. I don't know how many pages I have so far. I want to get in some more of my jelly print gone wrong. Let me find some of those in my pile. Oh, before I do that, I want to put in, oh yeah, I want to make sure I get some of this in. I love putting in blueprints that aren't blue anymore, but still. They still call them blueprints. Okay. That'll be fun to put in there. We'll cut that in half. Look at these, pretty cool. See, my husband's on the he's on the planning commission of our town, and so they get these prints when, you know, stuff's coming before them to be approved. And I get to play with them. Okay, this I need a scissors for. Okay, how should I put that in there? Well, it doesn't fit that way. So, probably have to refold it because that's, yeah, let's just refold it. Oh, we had I had a workshop here, when was it? A couple of weeks ago, and we made some journals out of some purses. They came out so cool. I love when other people make things that, you know, they've never even tried before, and you see how cool they come out. And then they're in disbelief. Oh my gosh, it came out so cool. Maybe you guys used to be neighbors. Wouldn't that be wild? Oh, Linda, you need to make a journal out of it. It's so cool. I have a video. I don't know from when. But I do have a video showing one that I had already made. Then somebody wanted me to show them how to make it. So I have another video that shows how I tore it apart and turned it into a journal. And that, the one I made, I'll get it in a second and show it to you. It's one of those clutch purses, the kind that you only wear once, you know, like to a wedding or to a prom or something like that. And then it just sits there. So those are pretty cool to turn into a purse. I mean, into a journal. All right. This is going to be one chunky little guy. And I think I'll make these different sides. Hey, Dawn, how you doing? And where are you right now? Are you still in California? I mean, I know you're still living in California, but are you in California right now? Because I know you had been up north. Okay, good. I know, I saw your countdown. I go, she's counting down. That's so cute. Okay, I think this is like old Tim Holtz paper. Let's throw that in there. I'll never use this. I'm just getting the pages together for the glue book we started together. We did the covers. So now we're folding the papers. I think I made that too big. Ugh, almost. I'll let it slide by. I like to put the little small ones in there too. And what else? I still haven't gotten to the crazy, what you call it? Here we go. My jelly print's gone bad. I want to put those in there so they get used. That'll give a nice background. That's kind of cool. These will all be nice backgrounds. Oops, here we go. Peggy, I do the same thing. I'll put, I'll be watching a live and I never say a word because I'm busy doing stuff. I'm listening, but I'm not participating. Oh, we didn't know you. I didn't know you were there. Yeah, I was there. I just didn't say nothing. Trying to get something done. All right, look how cool these came out. I really like how that came out. I don't think I'll put that in that book. I'll put this in a book for me. And I like my fish too. I don't know if it comes across, but I like how my fish came out. I'll save my fish also. I'm not crazy about that one. I'll put this in the, I'll sacrifice this one for the glue bug. I'm not crazy about that one. Yeah, I'm not crazy about that one either. Some work, some don't. I don't know, I might have enough papers already. Maybe I've gotten overboard. I could still play with these. Do another print over them. This one I can sacrifice. This one. That'll be cool. This paper is too hard. This would be cool. Yes, there is, Amy. I'm glad you asked. There's several ways to do it. One way is you can go and get a piece of plexiglass, and you can do the same thing on that. The advantage of a jelly plate, this is the biggest advantage of a jelly plate, two actually, is that the paint, because of, you know, the configuration and the ingredients inside of a jelly plate, it keeps your paint wetter for a longer period of time. So you have time to play with it and, you know, do different things and then print, and, you know, you have a wider, what's the word? You know what I'm trying to say. And so you have a greater opportunity to play around with it. If you do it on anything else, it dries pretty quickly, and so you have to be quick yourself about doing your print. So you can get your plexiglass and you can put your paint on it, you can roll it on, and you can do all the same stuff, but you've got to be quick so that your paint doesn't dry. Or if you have some kind of an extender of some kind to mix in with your paint, or some kind of a glaze will extend, you know, it also. And so you can use that. Then there is this stuff they sell like at your hardware store and Home Depot and all those places. And it's a plumbing material. It's called a gasket, but not the traditional round gasket that you think of that goes, you know, behind pipes and stuff like that. It's more of a membrane. It's probably like a 1/16 of an inch thick, and it's rubber, and it's meant to go underneath, like if you're going to tile, say, behind in your shower, you put that membrane on there, and a gasket they call it, and then on top of that, you know, you put your multiple layers of whatever it is you're going to do to put your tile. So they sell it by the piece and they sell it by the foot. Very, very inexpensive. Very inexpensive. So you could go and get, if you buy it by the piece, there might be a piece maybe this size, and it might cost you $1.50 or something like that. Or you could get it by the foot, and then you'd have multiple surfaces that you could do the jelly printing. So those two, I think, are your best bet. The downside, like I said, on the plexiglass is that it dries really, really fast unless you put an extender on your paint. And also, if you think about when you stamp something or you print something, that flexibility that the jelly plate gives you allows a different type of a contact than when you're doing it on a hard surface. But it will work. And the membrane thing, the gasket thing, it has a tiny bit of cush to it. But what I also tried doing, because I've tried it on both of them so that I would know if it worked or not. What you can do is if you have that sticky foam, well, it doesn't have to be sticky, but you know, that little foam, thin foam, if you put a layer of that on the underneath, it gives that little bit of cush. But don't be putting like fabric or stuff like that. It'll slip and slide. This other stuff, it's flat. You know, you want everything to stay flat or else your print isn't going to work. But those two work pretty good. And then you can also, you know, make your own. I'm going to say that. You can make your own jelly plate. There's a lot of recipes out there. And I made one. And it lasted me over a year before I bought me a jelly plate. Because, you know, jelly plates, they're not cheap. And then you don't know if you're going to use it. You don't know if you're going to like it. And so I made mine. Ooh, that's pretty. I made one, and it lasted a long time. So I wouldn't, you know, give it a second thought to make it. There's a lot of recipes out there. They've improved. Don't get the one where you put the alcohol in it. Don't do that. It stinks, falls apart. But there's several out there. Hi, Erin. Hey, Jess. Ooh, look at that. Someone sent me some homemade marbled paper. Isn't that beautiful? But I'm not going to use that. Not going to put that in the other book. No. Ooh, look how cool these are. I'm going to put those in there. Those would look super cool. Yeah, Peggy, those are pretty like that. I've done that. It's so cool. I had a bunch of inks, didn't know what to do with them. And I didn't have any alcohol ink, but you can, well, it isn't as good, but you can mix your own inks with a little bit, you know, of the alcohol. It doesn't work the same. I'm not going to say it does, but you can fake it pretty good. Ooh, look at that one. I didn't know she sent me two. Okay, I'm going to put some of the plain red stuff in there too, because I think it'll work. It will. I better start putting these signatures together. I might have too much already. Whoops, that's a little stiff. It's a little stiff. I think I have some of that gasket material still. I'm trying to remember, where would it be? Where would it be? So I could show you. I know if I have it, it's over here in the studio. So I brought everything over here. Now see, these were all done on the jelly plate just to get color on it. I didn't do any printing. I just put the color on it. I like how that looks. I'm not sure what this is. Must be some kind of the inks. I don't remember doing that. That's how long it's been, or else somebody sent it to me. That's possible. Okay, we'll put that in there too. And let's just clean up the edges a little bit. My goodness. They all can't be sloppy. Oops, I messed it up. Okay, let's just chop that off. By the time I straighten it out, the whole paper's going to be gone. I like how that came out. I don't even remember what that is, but it's too stiff to fold, so we're not going to include that. Ooh, this looks fun. I'm going to put that in there. And this came, I remember this. This was mailed to me. This was an envelope. Is this, I think, hey, I don't think she's still here. She's gone. I'm pretty sure she's gone. She's the one that gave it to me. Ooh, pretty hopper. I think it's too stiff, though. It is. It's too stiff. Ooh, let's put that in there. That's too stiff. That's way too stiff. Let's see, what else do we have? We can probably put some of these pages in there. Probably end up painting over some of them before we glue. Little sticky. Okay. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen anything new in I don't know how long. I need to be more current. I'm still watching movies from the 40s. Oops, let me see if these aren't too long. Ooh, a little. It's going to go past. That's okay. I don't care. I like when it hangs over. They don't have to stay inside the cover for me. I know some people don't like them hanging over, but I do. So, Erin, I saw a couple of headlines. Maybe you can explain it to me. I didn't read the articles, so I don't know what the point was, because sometimes the headlines are misleading. But they were saying some kind of controversy about the movie and contrasting it with Driving Miss Daisy. I don't know what they were talking about in what context they were, saying there was some kind of either a comparison or I don't know what. I didn't read the article, but I figure since you saw it, maybe you know what their point was. Not that their point was valid, what the point was. Yeah. What is your point, Erin? Well, because she knows everything. Erin's too smart for the room. She's got to be because her club makes her be. They won't let her play if she's not smarter than the rest. Okay, what did I do with my pattern? Yeah, I know he does, but what's the point? I mean, what's the comparison? I mean, I know they were making it like it was a negative. They weren't like comparing it like, oh, it's like blah, blah, blah. It was something Anyway, I guess I will have to go back and read the article if I want to know the controversy, which I probably don't care because I haven't seen the movie yet. Yeah, I know that. Okay, where is... Oh, here it is. So I need to cut this down, which is easy enough. Are they just saying because it's like it's in reverse? Is that what their point is? I guess. Maybe that's the point. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably, maybe that's their point. All right. Okay, so that fits. Oh my goodness, look at this pile. I think I better start putting some of these signatures together. How many covers did I make? I think I got 4. I think. I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, because we finished all these last week. So they're ready for their signatures. Okay, let's see. First of all, let's just see how much fits. Not that I'm putting this, but we'll see how much fits. Okay, that's already too much. Okay, so let's count how many pages that is. Then we'll find stuff that looks good in there. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay, so let's say about 25. 25. We got to get a little bit of everything in the different sizes. Oh boy, I think I cut too much. I think I kind of went overboard. I think I have more than 4. I do this all the time. Oh no. Way too much. Oh, I got other books. I can just glue some more. That's not a problem. Okay. And I don't know if I'm going to do 1, 2, I don't know how many. Let me just get them all together. Then I'll figure out if I'm going to separate them into signatures, which I probably will have to. I'm sure it's not going to all fit with one. It'll look stupid with that type of a book. I know, Jessica. I think I got it from you. I just got crazy and kept going. I got excited and didn't know when to stop. All right, where is the little short ones? I know I had a bunch of little short ones. I forgot to count. 1, 4, 5, 9, 10. There's 10. So let's just put groups of 10. I'll keep it easier for now. All right, so we got 10. 1. 10. Yay! Hey, you bet, Peggy, I am. I may have too many rolls going around here, but we're rolling. I know I'm missing stuff on the bottom. I don't want to discriminate against these little bottom feeders down here. Oops, I forgot to count again. What is my problem? Eight. 8. Oh, we'll put the box in this one. 8, 9. 10. Yay! That one's a bright one. Okay. 1. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. I can't count to myself. I forget. 9. Let's get a full page. The red one. 10. 1. 2. Keep awake now. 3. 4. 5. 7. 8. 9. 10. Fishy gone bad. Poor little fishy. 4. 5. 6. 7. Too small. 8. 9. Oops, I don't want to put that in the front. 10. I need a 10. I need a 10. Ooh, happy days. Oh, Lordy Lord. Oh, my goodness. How many more? Okay. Two. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. This is 8. Ooh, that's pretty. 9. 10. Okay, so we got a few left, and I'll just stick. I don't think we have 10. Maybe we do have 10. Hold on now. 1, 2, 3. No, these are all too scrawny. I don't want to. No, I don't want a whole signature out of those. So let's get some of these and add them to the ones that we already have. I want to use up all of my blueprint stuff. I like those. So we'll put those in the other ones that we already have. Oops, not that. Okay, so this is jelly. This is blueprint. Map. And paper. Well, that's easy enough. I won't use those. And we'll just add these. We'll just put these puppies in the center. So there. Oh, this is folded that way. So let's put it on the outside. This is working out. This is working out exactly. Oops. Ta-da, last one. Isn't that cool? Okay. Perfect. And we have 1, 2, 3 of these, 1, 2, 3 of those. That's 6. I don't know how many we have, but let's stick them in. Let's just stick it in. Who cares? I'll put the ink in here. Whoops, wrong way. That one's done. We'll put this one in the center. Oops. Oops. Okay, here we go. All right, that one is good. Uh-oh. That one. All right. Now, oh dear, I don't know if I'm gonna have. Okay, let me see again. Where's my book cover? Here it is. Okay, well, 3 in there fit pretty good, actually. That's pretty good. 3, so I have enough for, oh, I could still do some more because I have enough for 3 books and I think I have 4. So that'll work out pretty cool. All right. So, and then I want to add, when I go to sew the signatures, I'm going to add some envelopes in there. But I just wanted to see how much I needed, and I thought I went over, but I didn't. I'm so excited. All right, so, oh, these are the stuff I don't want to use. I forgot. I want to save my trees for something else. I don't want to get confused. More confused. All right, so these were all, the papers were too thick to use. That I'm using. I think I went through this pile. I'm going to have to get a different, oh, no. Hold on, I've got a bunch of paper I didn't even touch yet. Okay, let me get that. All right. We will use some of these. I've still got another pile I can go to if I use up all these. All right, that. Okay. Let me move these out of the way. Oh, I see a birdie. Oh, cute. Oh, I like the little birdie. Okay, I'm not going to sacrifice the little birdie. I'm going to keep him. I'll use him in my blue book. I'll use him in my blue book. All right, so. That about right, I think. Hold on, let me check. Whoops. Okay. Let them rip. Uh-oh, I'm stuck together. Oh, I see another birdie. I gotta kick this birdie. Hold on. He's mine. Maybe he'll show the robin the error of his way. Poor little guy. I'm going to start the whole routine again tomorrow morning. Boing, boing, off my window. That's pretty sad. Yeah, you guys got to be making sure I get my job done, right? Yeah. All right. So let's fold these all up. I'm trying to figure out, I think I shared with you that I'm going to do my my personal, I'm going to make a personal journal, but I don't I don't like to journal like, yesterday I went to, Costco. I don't want to journal like that. I don't like to write stuff in, necessarily. And so I think it's going to be more like in a picture format. I'll tell my story with pictures, whether I draw it or I glue stuff down, or I haven't thought it through yet. I'm gonna have to be spontaneous when it happens. But as far as the actual journal itself or book or whatever it is it's going to be, that's what I'm trying to decide. And I don't like a normal book either. I have a hard time making a normal book, so it's going to have to be a little different. And I've been trying to figure out what that different is going to be. But I'm kind of putting pressure on myself because I want to start it. I wanted to start at the beginning of the year, but I had 2 other things going on. I would have to hang something over all my windows because my husband chased him away from one and he went right to the next one down. I mean, he's very persistent. I think he's going to end up with a concussion. Poor guy. Do it, Peggy. It's free. It sets you free. Whee! Especially, I'm sure a lot of you ladies, you buy a pad for like, 3 different pages that you like. And there's usually like maybe 10 or 12 different ones, maybe double. And so that means you've got this whole bunch of paper that just sits there that you look at, wondering what you're going to do with it. Well, hey, this is the opportunity. Go for it. I think I need some more out of here. Yeah. Just pretend like you're that cardinal. Just start picking at it. Don't give up. What do I do with my scissors? How can I lose my scissors on this desk? Tell me that. How can I lose my scissors when I haven't moved? Okay, this is ridiculous. It must be underneath my papers somewhere. Oh, there they are, under the papers. Do you know the answer, Erin? Or are you just, you need to know? Or do you know the answer? Oops. Okay, I think I need a folding break. I'm going to show you some of those pages from that Digi that no one's supposed to know that I bought. I'm so worried. Let me show you. Okay, I've got my signatures ready and some of the little things that I'm going to put. Oops, let me move up so you can see it. This is all going to be like about trees and birds and or spring, or well, let's just call it nature. Covers everything, right? So I thought this was a really cool playing card, and it's a gazebo with a bunch of trees, so very fitting. I had some stamps that I don't use that often, so I decided this is the time to go stamp crazy with the trees. So I brought them out, started playing with them, and got that all going. Then I looked through my old postcards and looked for anything that, you know, had trees, looked like it was out in the garden or something. And then I threw that in. Now this is part of her digital. Pretty cool. Oh, I'm supposed to whisper. Then I had these cards, so I wanted to put those in there. I just like the color of them, kind of went. And then these are some envelopes that I had done a while back. So I thought, well, those go. Now this is one of her prints. Isn't that pretty? I know you can't see the texture and everything, but doing it on the parchment paper, it makes it look older, and it makes it look like bark cloth to me. Anyway, I really like that. And then this is one I just put together with some of my stuff. And this is some ledger paper that I got from Patty. And then some of my prints. And something that I put together, just pieces of, you know, some of the ledger papers and old books that I have, and just cut things apart. And I forget what book this is from. I remember I had the book, and then on one of the sales, I saw them selling it, and I go, oh, I have that book. Well, where's her stuff? I wanted to show her stuff to you guys. Well, it's in through all of here, so. Oh, this one's hers. Look how pretty. I think that's pretty. Hi, Laura. And then this is one I made up from stuff that I got from Patty. And then this is my own prints. That's my own. That's my own. Okay, I'll get to her stuff. I dispersed it among, you know, all of them. That's mine. Mine. Uh-oh. This, no, this is mine too. I promise you, I'm going to show you. I promise you, I'll show you her stuff. It's the only reason I brought it up. Oh, dear. Well, maybe this wasn't the right one to show you. More of her stuff might be in the other one. I've got three journals going. Okay. This is not funny. Let me find her stuff. I promise you, I have her stuff. No, and this one's upside down. That's not good. Okay. Okay, well, I obviously need to disperse this stuff more evenly. Oh, dear. Okay. Well, I wasn't prepared to share. I'm just barely bundling these things together. But I knew you guys wouldn't tell anybody. Hold on. Oh, here's some I haven't done anything with, so I know that that's there. Here's one spread of hers. Isn't that pretty? And it's called Familiar Trees. I got one. Familiar Trees 1. I think she has 1, 2, and I forget how many, but this is the one. And these I just printed a little smaller. It's the same one. Okay, let's see how many I can find in here. Ephemera Vintage Garden is this printout. Okay, so just more of the same stuff. I have, you know, the same trees and, you know, all the duplicate stuff and da 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 da. Okay, this is hers. Net printed the chestnut. And so you can find some more of her stuff. Hold on. That's hers. Pretty. Chestnut tree. The ones that I'm pointing out is Ephemera Vintage Garden. The rest of the stuff is mine. But I'm really emphasizing hers because this is the first digi I've ever bought, so I'm all excited. I'll point out her stuff. The rest of the stuff is mine. But I just think hers is super cool. Here's another one of hers. And that's cool. And here's the other side. So pretty. Now, you know, if you were to print it on a regular, you know, like if you do the photo paper or, you know, whatever you use, it's going to be a lot more intense. But I wanted it to be muted, so I printed it on cream parchment paper, so it made it more antique-y looking. But if you like the bright look, you know, it comes a lot brighter. Okay, let's move on. I'll find her stuff. And then again, hold on. Oh, and of course I had to have my bug in there. But let's see. Excuse me. Okay, well, I only had 2 of hers there. Okay. I must be yakking too much. My throat is so dry. Oops. All right. These are hers. That's pretty. More of my leaves. This is hers. That one's hers. throat. I don't know why it's getting so dry. I'm just going to get me some water. Wait a minute. Oh, there's hers. Aren't they pretty? And this is hers. And that's hers. And that's it. I will be right back. I have to get me some water. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why. Dust. Must be dust. Must be dust. Everyone, hi. Okay. So you get the idea of her goodies. Do I have anything else here? No, they're all in there. I think I need to print some more. Okay, what am I missing out on? The mailman. Who's mailman? Yeah, I just got back too, and I'm going, what? What's going on here? What are we doing? Mr. Rogers. Oh, okay. His puppets used to scare me. I don't like marionettes. I don't like ventriloquists. I don't like puppets. I know. I went to go get some water and I come back. Mr. Rogers is taking over. Oh yeah, I don't like clowns either. So yeah, forget them. And remember, I don't know if he was national or just regional, but there used to be what was his name? That clown. He really creeped me out. I think it was Bozo, right? Was there a clown named Bozo? That was too creepy for me. Mr. Green Jeans. I forgot about Mr. Green Jeans. Oh yeah, Mr. Green Jeans was with Captain Kangaroo, right? Wimps. You know, all those things they do, they freak out kids. It's so yeah. There's an excuse why the majority of people are a little hoo-hoo. Look what they did with kids. Scare them to death, chase them with you know clowns, and oh my gosh, the county. Well, ladies, let's be serious now. Look what we do for a craft. We go buy children's books. We buy paper. We buy crayons. We buy paint. We get glue. We get scissors. Not real sophisticated. It's more like, back to our childhood. So that's what we do for a hobby. We remember our childhood. I mean, how many people out there go crazy when they see a golden book, right? Just these crafters. I don't think regular old people get all excited like the crafty ladies do. I know when I check out at the thrift store, inevitably they always say, "What are you gonna do with that? Well, what are you gonna do with that? What are you gonna do with that?" Which is good, which means no one else is gonna buy this stuff I buy. That works for me. All right. So do I have a bag for this one? I don't know. Nah, that's too big. That's too big. Did I have? No, those are the ones I'm not going to use. I know, flashcards. My husband asked one time, he goes, "Now, what do you guys do with all that stuff?" That was before, he saw stuff I had done. And I said, well, they make books. And he goes, "Well, what do they do in the book?" Some people write in them. Some people glue in them. Some people draw in them. He says, "You mean like coloring books?" Well, they buy that too. He goes, "Okay." All right, 10, right? 1, 3, 4, 5. So it's too much of that kind of paper. I need some other stuff. Where am I going to get that other stuff? Oh, I know. My husband, he's gone over the deep end with this stuff. It used to be he didn't know, what I was doing. Now he's worse than I am. It's like, no, dear, I don't think I, need to save the label on that. He notices things I don't even notice, which I guess is good. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. Whoops. Peggy. Have you seen some of that real art out there? He might be happy you don't do what he considers real art. So that's pretty bad. And we need some more of this. Oh, this has staples. Mm-hmm. I know, and we have friends that like travel. What would you like for me to bring you back? Oh, some napkins, some brochures, some menus. There we go. Okay. All right, we have another one. Where did I put all those other ones? I'll go over here. Maps. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So now I have enough. Ooh, excuse me, I got hiccups. I have enough for 3 of those books. And how many did I make? I think I made 3 or 4. Oh, I made 4. Oh no. I've got to get another group together. Well, I think I'm running out of stuff I want to use that I have here. So this might be it for tonight. So let me go get real quick. I forget who's talking about the purses for the journals. Are we still here? Are we still here? So I can run and go get it and show you what you can do with your purse. What did you miss, Peggy? Well, I'm not sure who it was that was interested, but I'm going to go get it. And in case you're here, you can see it. All right, so if any of you have a purse that remotely looks like this, you know, remotely, you can turn it into a really cool journal. Here's the one I made. And it's just real simple. And it's got a little pocket and just a bunch, like we do, a bunch of paper in here with a little bit of fabric here and there. I think this is going to be my next glue book. It's ready to have a new life. But anyway, they're fun, they're cute. Like I said, we had the workshop here. Was it last week or week before? My weeks are starting to blend. And they came out so cute, the ones they made. And then it had its own little pocket there, so just left it, and there you go. Super, super simple, but very cute. So you can find, you know, a lot of different, and it doesn't have to be this shape. It doesn't have to be this elaborate. You know, I've done it with all different types of purses. And, you know, it's ready-made, ready for you to go. They're a lot of fun. Yeah, you have to break the hinge. I have videos somewhere in my videos there. Someone had asked how to do it, so I showed them. And so you have to, you break this hinge, and it's super easy. You just, I mean, they're so flimsy. You know, I just got 2 pliers and just started going like that. In 2 seconds, it busts. And then once that's open, then you have to cut along here. Cut that open. You do it, you know, gently because you want to save as much as you can of everything. So you cut along the seam inside and outside. So then when it's all open, like this one, then you just tuck things under and hand stitch it or glue it, you know, whatever you like to do, so that you kind of cover up everything you cut, and then it's able to lay flat. And that's pretty much it. And then you can, you know, any various ways you can put your signatures in, but I just decided to do it with the ribbon. I would not suggest doing it because it was really hard getting this ribbon through all these sequences and everything. It was a pain. I wouldn't do it. I would use something a lot thinner, obviously, and or do a blind one, you know, and then glue it down inside the center. But I would not do that again. You made a purse out of paper. How cool is that? The bottom of it, you mean the back? What do you, bottom? You mean like that? That bottom? I'm not sure what the bottom is. Is this the bottom? Is that it, Patricia? Not sure what the bottom is. And then it already came with this handle, you know, just like, oh, this one doesn't have, okay, just like this one. Oh, that one doesn't have one. Oh, alrighty then. Oh, this came with this. Great. Alrighty. Okay, ladies. What time is it? Holy moly. You've been here forever watching me cut up papers. Last time you watched me glue. Now you... Oh, dear. Well, you know, a lot of people just like the sound of paper. Well, this one isn't so crunchy, but these are crunchy. I like how these sound. These sound better. But if you haven't tried, if you do like the vintage look and you haven't tried printing on parchment paper, you know, the kind like for resumes and things like that. I'm not talking about parchment paper that you put in your stove. I mean, in your oven. Just like for like resumes and letters and stuff like that. It really gives a nice vintage look. It makes it look grainy. And I really like how it looks. If you're after that look, it works really good. And you don't have to go through the trouble of coffee or tea, you know, dyeing it. I mean, you could, but I don't think it's necessary. You don't have to because it's already got a nice warm color to it. It looks kind of white. I can see it looks white on the monitor, but it has a nice warm color to it in person. So you wouldn't, I'm not going to. I did my other ones. A lot of the other papers in there already were, but I'm not going to, I'm not going to mess with that one. It's fine the way it is. All right, ladies, I'm done. I have to go on the hunt for some more paper. I folded up enough papers for 3 of those journals, and I have 1 cover left, so I have to go on the hunt for that stuff because this is just a little too repetitive. I have to get some new paper, new old paper to put in those last signatures. Ooh, spaghetti. Oh, I had supper, but that sounds good. I had fish and vegetables, but spaghetti sounds better. Oh, gosh. All right, everybody. Thank you again for showing up. I like when you guys visit with each other. And everybody try and stay warm. It seems like everybody's pretty cold in their part of the country. So I have to leave my water running tonight here in the studio because it's going to go into the 20s tonight, plus wind chill. So I have to make sure my pipes don't freeze like that one time. Only one time, but still, it did. All right. I will see you guys later, and probably by the time I see you again, I will have those glue books put together, and you'll see how it all comes together with all that crazy signatures and all the gluing that we did on top of those other books. It should look pretty cool. Alrighty, see you guys next time. Thanks again. Good night.